Good morning, everyone. It is Monday. I believe it's around 10:18 in the AM, and it's March 1st. Hey, happy March of 2021. I gotta say, it's been going by in a weird way, both faster and slower than I expected. It's been faster because, like, in a sense, my mind is saying to me, oh my God, it's already March. But on the other side, I'm also thinking to myself, wow, damn, normally it takes so long, but maybe quarantine has slowed things down quite a bit and it's only March? I don't know. I feel like I should be expecting it to be May at this point. It's really weird, and I'm not really sure exactly how to put it into words. I got a little bit of cognitive dissonance here between the two times. But in the background, you'll be seeing a little bit of what is argued as the worst map of all time, Bus Depot Survival. I was trying to think of a good way to play a zombie map that won't take too much time and also is very simple and easy to watch, and so here it is. Bus Depot Survival, where there's still lava, you have a mystery box, and that's about it. I mean, I guess it's kind of fun if you just want to shoot stuff, but oh my God, it's pretty bad. Anywho, if you didn't check, actually, it's funny that I'm doing this for zombies because on my main channel, I'm actually having a zombies video that's being uploaded right around now. It's a shorter one and a lot simpler one, but I talk about COD zombies and that kind of stuff. Anyway, today, I actually am taking a question that I thought I'd never really ask. See, in my Discord, there's an entire section, there's a couple sections. Normally, I grab questions from the patrons who go ahead, are part of this, part of the patronage, who say what's up and all that kind of stuff. However, there's actually an area for the majority of the Discord called the Lord Bricky questions. A bit of a meme there. But the main thing is that there is a 6-hour time frame that you can only post once every 6 hours. And so because of that, I thought, okay, maybe they'll ask regular questions. They don't. It's just shit posting, but it's a shitload of shit posting that only takes 6 hours. So in reality, it actually has become quite a degenerate cesspool because they can only choose the greatest of shit posts to have every 6 hours. But one thing I was asked for once was, Bricky, how are you? And then someone else said, why is everyone asking how Bricky is when they should be asking when Bricky? No, wait, is that what he said? How Bricky? It was something about me getting pegged. I don't really remember how we got to that point, but it was something like that. But you know what? I'm gonna answer that one. I'm gonna answer the "How am I?" question because I think it's a good thing to be answered because I couldn't think of anything else to talk about today, so I think I'll just talk about what's going on in my life. And that's kind of what these videos are for anyway, right? They're like little mini fireside brickies. They're just fire brickies, not no side involved, just fires, just lots of fires. Smokey the Bear ain't got shit. But thank you for asking. I'm doing okay. This year has been pretty stressful. Lots has been going on. I've been quite tired. I've been streaming quite a lot, quite a lot. I've been being very heavy into my work. Between that and managing Pebble, which of course is my corgi puppy, and he is a really, and I mean really big handful with all of the, teaching a puppy how to be potty trained, making sure he gets his walks on time, all that kind of stuff. It can be a little bit difficult. And also, naturally, a lot of I am in a relationship, and me and her I think we're doing pretty well. There's always, so there hasn't actually been, hasn't been turmoil or anything like that. But, naturally, as a guy, I have to take time so I can make sure she's happy. What they say, a happy wife, go fishing. And so a lot of that kind of stuff, it's basically become down to a lot of time, having to manage my time a lot better because way back when, I didn't have a dog and I didn't have a girlfriend. And because of that, I ended up having a lot more free time, which can both be considered as an insult or a zinger as well as the truth because you know what they say, happy wife, no money. But the main thing that I found to be really important for me right now is kind of adjusting how I spend my time. I think the main phrase that we all hear, work smarter, not harder, is actually becoming really important right now. A lot of times, and especially when being self-employed, you end up a lot of like dilly-dallying. You take a long time to get your shoes on. You take a long time to get moving somewhere. You might go watch a YouTube video in between editing. And I think lowering down that dilly-dallying, being able to be much more focused, therefore working smarter, not harder, I think is actually something that I need to work on a lot right now. I mean, right now, at the moment, I'm quite happy with where I'm at. I've made a lot of changes in my content schedule. As you see, I've been doing these little Monday talk videos every single Monday on the second channel. This week, I'm actually going to be uploading a whole bunch of BioShock. So if you're curious about that, that'll be coming up pretty soon, which doesn't take too much time. But I think there's also a few things that I need to learn to get more, I'm trying to say, get more interested in, or get more like accepting? It's hard to describe. There was a great series of tweets by MKBHD. Now, some of you probably know who MKBHD is. He is the Jersey-based tech reviewer, and he does just a fantastic job at all kinds of tech stuff, phones, laptops, etc. I actually go to him quite often whenever I'm looking to get any new piece of technology. He's actually the guy who convinced me to get a Google Pixel, and I haven't looked back since. And he had made a great tweet, or a series of tweets, the only good thing that has ever been on Twitter, which was a thread about what it's like doing content creation and doing YouTube, etc. And he said it's a lot like being an octopus. You know, an octopus has, I think it's got this big ass brain. I think it has three hearts, I think. And then of course, 8 legs. Now, each leg is like a Swiss Army knife in terms of skills when it comes to doing YouTube stuff, because he made a great point. Like, you know, as in more, let's say, regular media, all these different facets of doing content creation are their own job and dedicated to a person. You know, I am both the actor and the sound guy. I am the script writer and the editor. I am the cameraman and the studio lighter. You know, I do all my scripts, I do all my editing, I do all my uploading, I'm the one who does all the acting, and each of these, acting so to speak, you know what I mean, the on-screen presence. And each of these things is a leg of the octopus. But eventually, you can realize that after enough time, one of those legs can actually be cut off, not like literally, but instead transferred to somebody who is way better at that job, freeing up space for everything else. And that generally translates to just having other people do stuff, hiring an editor, getting time frame better, you know, hiring someone to work on maybe like a stream highlight thing, like a top 10 Twitch clips of the week, some kind of random crap like that. And those are the kind of things that I think really I struggle with. I have a very hard time trusting somebody else to do any kind of work. And I think a lot of you who have done any kind of like self-employment can understand this. It's really difficult. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm also my manager. I do all my sponsorship management. I totally forgot about that kind of thing. There's a lot of the times where you might actually think to yourself, like if you're like an artist or a freelance artist of some kind, you know, you might want to have someone who can handle your commissions or handle your Twitter account or be able to help bring in clients or something once you become large enough to do that. But a lot of people do it all on their own. They take too many commissions that they can't handle. They have to do rush jobs. They burn themselves out and all that kind of thing starts happening. And with the new content that I'm doing, I'm trying to get a video out on the main channel once every single 10 days. So 3 videos a month. I'm trying to also be able to make sure that I can really work hard on getting about 5 or so 6-hour Twitch streams every single week. This video every single Monday, making sure that if I do any playthroughs, I have them uploaded on this channel as well. Got to make sure I manage my merchandise store, Patreon stuff, Discord, etc., etc., etc. And that really can take quite a bit of a toll. And I do wonder, like, well, maybe I should hire an editor. You know, should I hire an editor for my main videos? Because this one I'm recording right now, super easy. I'm talking to the microphone and then I got gameplay in the background. It is incredibly easy to do. However, those big ones, those big videos, they take days upon days to get edited properly, and they can get really challenging at times. So figuring out exactly how I want to work on that, figuring out exactly what the best course of action in terms of like, okay, I want to make sure I can get this much done, or I can get this much done, or can I trust somebody with my main videos? Can they still have the same kind of style that I bring out in my content, but instead they're the one who's doing the editing portion of it? I don't know. And it's a little bit difficult to really take one of those arms out and to really allow one of those arms to be handled by somebody else. MKBHD states that so long as you still have those 3 hearts and you know what those 3 hearts are like, where it's coming from, you'll be perfectly fine. But it's definitely difficult to let go of one of those. I'm doing my best to try to figure it out. I think I'm doing good though. I think I myself, I've never been a really like, except for maybe when I was around 19 and 20 years old when I really first started YouTube. Besides then, I've never really been a person who struggled with depression or any kind of major difficulties. Back then, that was a really big difficulty because I had just stopped working on my firefighting goal. I was trying a whole new thing, treading new water. I was terrified. Like last 5 years of my life was dedicated to firefighting, and I just jumped off ship and did something else, and it was really difficult to handle mentally. But now, like besides that, I never really struggled too heavily with depression. I try my best to sympathize with everybody, but I can't necessarily empathize. Because I think if I'm not mistaken, empathy is the ability to understand because you've also gone through it, but sympathize is trying to understand even though you haven't. Or I might have that reversed. Regardless, I'm still trying to show a decent amount of sympathy, even if I myself may not have been through the exact same situation. The only thing I've really struggled with is stress. Lots of stress. A lot of you have known, I mentioned it a bit ago, but I'm currently saving up for a down payment on a house for this month, or for this year. I'm trying to move out by November. We're already in March, which I will be honest, scares me a little bit. I'm not quite sure if I'll be able to make the goal in time. But I'm really, really trying. That's why I'm trying to, stream a lot. Trying to have sponsors on my main channel videos to help with the for ads and stuff of that nature. It's my main goal this year, and I'm really pushing myself to get it done. But it's hard. It's very hard, and I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off. But I'm really doing my best to figure it out. More consistency, streaming the right stuff, knowing what to do. I don't know. We'll really do our best there. So to answer the question after I really avoid this question. Then I was just trying to talk about what's going on in my life. But to answer the question of how am I, I'm stressed. I'm very stressed. I might be able to alleviate some of that stress if I hire an editor or I get someone to work on thumbnails and things like that. But by doing so, I therefore need to pay them, which will also lower my ability to, get the down payment on the house, which I understand at the same time might actually free up more time to do more streaming, which actually might help. But even so, it's not just about time of the day, it's also about energy. And it might surprise you, but pulling out a 6-hour stream is a lot of energy. Mainly, it's like driving, like if you drive 6 hours, it's not physically taxing, but you're exhausted because you're always like mentally on the whole time. It's kind of the same thing with streaming. You're standing still or sitting still playing video games, but after talking for 6 hours, you get really tired. Anyway, I don't know. Stressed, but good. I can say that I'm happy. I am stressed, but I am happy. And I'd rather take stressed and happy than not stressed and sad any day. So it's good. Watch out for my BioShock stuff. Thank you so much to my channel patrons and members who support me during this time frame. I really, really do appreciate your help. Appreciate you who are helping me get to my goals faster and faster. And I will see you next Monday. Bye-bye.